What's going on, guys? Welcome to your 39th Java tutorial again with me, Travis. And what we're going to do in today's tutorial is add a little menu function to our applet or application. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Who doesn't like menus? You kind of need them, right? But before we jump into it, I just want to say thanks again for subscribing, guys. It really, I haven't been crying myself to sleep as much lately because of all the subscribers. So thanks again for helping us out. I do appreciate it. So what we're going to do in today's tutorial, because our first window class is starting to get pretty full, we're going to create a new class that's just going to handle our menu. But before we do this, I'm just going to kind of show you again the concept, but it's going to be pretty similar to the concept we have for our JFrame. Again, our start here class, all it's doing is setting up a JFrame, which is actually called first window, because our first window class is basically like a JFrame. At least Java thinks so, because we said extends JFrame. So it's considering this as a JFrame, or we can use our first window class as a JFrame. That concept is called polymorphism. I didn't want to create a whole tutorial on it, but it's basically saying, hey, even if it's not exactly what we're looking for, if it extends, that means it's close enough. It's polymorphic. You can be in different forms or something. Anyways, so what we're going to do is kind of the same concept for a menu. What we're going to do is we're going to create a JMenu bar, something like that, and we're going to call this, J, and set up a new JMenu. And then what we do is we're going to add our menu bar to our JFrame. Again, this whole class is our JFrame pretty much. So we're just going to say add, and that's again referring to the JFrame. And I'm sorry, not add. What am I saying? We're going to say set control space J menu bar. And as you can see, it takes a J menu within there. So we're just going to say J for our example. Obviously, we'd have to say like a new J menu there, and we could add to this J, but like I said, we're going to create a whole new class to be our J menu bar. So let's do that quickly. Right click, new class, and we're just going to call this snazzy menu bar. Cool, right? Awesome. All right, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to say, hey, even though this is a snazzy menu bar class, it's not yet a menu bar. So all we're going to do is we're going to say extends, again, J menu bar, and that will allow us to do some polymorphism. And again, we just have to add our imports, Control Shift O, and we are good to go. Now our snazzy menu bar is actually a J menu bar. We're going to go back to our first window class, and we're going to say snazzy menu bar J. We're going to say snazzy menu bar J is equal to a new snazzy menu bar constructor. Can't speak. Wow. Alright, there we go. So that's the basic concept. All we're doing is we're adding a J menu bar, or we're setting the J menu bar to whatever we're setting up our class to do, because again, it's a J menu. So we can do this. It's cool. Polymorphism. It's like Harry Potter crap. So there we go. We are set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our snazzy menu bar class. We need to add a default constructor, because in our window class, again, we say, hey, this is how we're going to construct this snazzy menu bar J by the default constructor. So we're going to do most of our code within the default constructor. Again, all you have to do is hit Control Space Enter, and that's like pretty much awesome, right? And there, we're good to go. Now the word on the street is a menu bar with no menus in it is no snazzy menu bar. So we need to polish that up. We need to fix that up and add some menus to our menu bar, because right now we don't have anything that our menu bar is holding. So how we do that is we're going to say JMenu, and we're just going to say first menu, or we're going to label it as first, and we're just going to create a new JMenu, and within quotations we give it the title. So we're going to say menu 1, because again, we're so creative. And then just JMenu second or 2, second, what am I thinking? Again, new JMenu menu 2. Alright, so we have two menus. All we have to do now is add those menus to our snazzy menu bar. So we're just going to use the add method, and it's just going to say first and also add second. And then again, we just have to add our imports, or Command Shift O, and we are good to go. That's the most hardcore gangster rap you'll ever hear. Control Shift O, we are good to go. What up, snazzy menu bar? Alright, I think I'm done going crazy now. But once we run this application, we should have our new snazzy menu bar attached to our JFrame of our first window class, because again, we set up the basic constructor, and we said, hey, set the J menu bar to the snazzy the snazzy menu bar variable that we set up here. So let's just check it out, double check, make sure we added everything we needed to. So we're going to run this bad boy, and as you can see, we have a menu 1 and a menu 2. They aren't doing anything yet, but that's fine. It's gravy, baby. So let's just exit out of there and go to our snazzy menu bar and add some things to each menu. So what we need to add within a menu is something called a menu item. So we're just going to hit capital J menu and then control space and go down to menu item here. Now what a lot of people have in their menus are like boring stuff like new game, save, load. What kind of menu is that? You don't want to go into a restaurant and look at their menu and it's like, hey, save or load. We're going to throw some bacon onto our new menu, or onto our J menu. So again, it's just going to be pretty much the same concept as always. We're just going to say this is a new menu item, and we're going to give it a title of bacon. Crazy bacon. Alright, so what other items are good for a menu? Well, one of the next healthiest food groups is something called cheese. Crazy cheese. So once you rename that, you have cheese and bacon, but these items are not within either of our menus yet, so we need to do that next. So we're going to refer to our first menu, which we called first, and we're just going to say dot add, and we got to add a J menu item. So we're going to add our bacon, and we're also going to say first dot add cheese. Food of champions right there. And now when we save this and run it, our menu 2 has nothing yet, but our first menu has bacon and cheese. Everything you need for a Java application. So that's a quick introduction to menus. We're obviously going to elaborate a little bit more, go into a little bit more depth of what you can do with a menu. So make sure you check out the next tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good one. Catch you later.